Welcome to the Fort Myers Beach Good Neighbor Podcast. No shade, just sunshine, drama-free, positive vibes only. Each episode we bring you closer to the neighbors, local legends, and businesses that support the local community and make Fort Myers Beach the slice of paradise we all love. We want to send out some island love to State Insurance USA, Snug Harbor, Nervous Nellies, and the Alex King Group. They are the good neighbors and businesses that allow us to share the soul of our community with every listener. Pull up a beach chair, grab a drink, and let's meet the people who make this island feel like home. Here's your host, Cabo Jim Schaller.
Welcome, Fort Myers Beach good neighbors. Today we have the awesome Ashleydawn.
Howdy. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. With Diversified Plumbing Services, right?
Yes.
Very good. And you are just the icon. Well, you're just an icon in general, but for DPS as well too, right? I've got my little pen here.
You're
right?
the Cowgirl pen.
I love it.
And that's the thing. We say call the Cowgirl. If you have any plumbing, septic needs, call the Cowgirl at DPS.
Love it. So those listeners who aren't familiar with DPS, what is it you do?
So Diversified Plumbing Services started a little over 15 years ago in Fort Myers. We're actually located in Lehigh now, but we service everywhere from Northport down to Marco Island. We do have another branch in Daytona. And we do everything from your service plumbing, your commercial or residential, down to new construction. We do a little bit of everything. We also do septics. The only thing that we do not do is wells. We don't do anything with wells, but we do recommend Water Medic. They take great care of our customers, so we recommend a lot of people to them. But we are a family-owned and operated business. It's just the owner and then his family and a bunch of really awesome coworkers that I have the pleasure of working with. I worked alongside the company for about 5-6 years, and they were always friends. And the owner said, one day you're going to work for me. One day you're going to work for me. And that one day came about 1.5 years ago. And that was the best decision that I made to join really family. I had went to every Christmas party, every company party, and they had always just treated me with so much respect and kindness and just love and support. And like you say, no shade, just sunshine. It has always been sunshine with them, always positive, always encouraging. And I was like, I cannot wait to work for a team like this. And it is truly a team I'm very blessed to be a part of.
So they originated here in Fort Myers then, correct?
Yes. So the owner is, I believe he's like a 5th or 6th generation Florida guy. And several of our employees are also Florida born and raised. I'm born and raised here. Grew up on Fort Myers Beach. And so there's a lot of Southwest Florida natives that work for our company.
That is awesome. Bringing the community together.
Trying to.
Running a business and being part of a business, as you know, down here in Southwest Florida, sounds like, in paradise, sounds like a dream, right?
It can be.
I know we've all had our challenges, especially over the last couple of years. Is there something that's kind of defined you guys as, maybe a struggle that you got through or a time that you got through that kind of you can look back at now and say, you know what, we're at a better place now. We made it through that.
Sure. I would say, for me personally, since I joined the team, the hardest thing has been the need is great. Everybody has a toilet that they need to keep running. Everybody has water that they want to keep nice and hot. The problem that I have faced is getting people out fast enough to fix their problems. We do a lot of emergency work. And so getting really great employees has been really difficult. I know a lot of other Southwest Florida businesses have had the same struggle. You're growing and that's great, but finding those employees that are going to have the same vision and the same mindset and that are going to bring that positivity to work every day. When sewage is spewing out of a toilet and they got to fix it, sometimes it's hard to be positive in a less than happy situation. And so I would say employees are the heartbeat of our company. And so anytime we've expanded or we've been looking to expand, the hardest part is finding those like-minded employees that want to join our team and want to bring their own sunshine. That's been the biggest difficulty, but I will say right now we have a very solid team. I'm very blessed to have a team that gets it, that understands that people come first. Anybody can have tools, anybody can have a truck, anybody can fix plumbing, but very few people are going to take the time to walk around the house, to check other fixtures and other plumbing, and to make sure that client and that customer is happy not only with our service, but with other problems they may be experiencing that they just need us to take a look at. And then letting them know, hey, in the future, you can do this, this, or this, and that will help you to prolong your water heater for a couple more years. One of the things that we do is we do water heater flushes. So yearly maintenance on those water heaters allows the sediments not to build up, and it lasts longer. So just little things that we can do to help the customers and to really provide that extra value, so that it's not just them calling up, chucking a truck to come fix something. They're actually getting a professional that cares about them, that's going to hold their hand through the whole process. And if they have a problem, is going to come back and fix it.
It's about customer service, right? Which so many
Yes.
companies have forgot about.
Yes.
You don't see it as much anymore. So I'm happy to see somebody actually focused on that. It makes a big difference for sure.
In our hiring process, that is the number one question that we ask, future employees, future team members is, what does customer service mean to you?
It
And
does,
that
right?
can tell you a lot about who you're hiring. If they just say, oh, it's, you do your job and you go home. Well, no, that's not
Yeah,
it.
a little bit more to it than that, but yeah, no, I'm glad you guys are doing that for sure. So talking about the community, are there certain,
Yes.
you do quite a bit. You're the face of DPS. You're out there every day. But as far as giving back to the community, are there certain things that you guys focus on?
We don't like to tell people what we're doing. We kind of like to just bless people anonymously. But I will say, the owner of our company, he is just amazing. His name's Elmer, and he really does a great job of finding needs within the community and filling them silently. He is not somebody that wants the attention. We just won the best of Fort Myers Beach,
Yeah.
and I didn't even tell him we won. I just told him we had to be at a luncheon, and so he was there. And he's very humble, and he's just a great boss to have, and he's a great owner of the company that truly cares. So he tries to do things silently that people don't really know about, but I like to brag about him, and I like to brag about our entire team. I call myself DPS's cheerleader. And so our company meetings are normally me bragging on our team and bragging on our office staff and just telling them how grateful I am to work with them. But one thing I am very, very proud to say that I'm a team that supports is every year, Elmer and Diversified Plumbing Service, they support autism awareness. With Family Initiative. And that's something that Elmer and our team is very passionate about. I have several friends that have children with autism, and that's very difficult to go through the child care and then having other children that do not have autism, and understanding the ins and the outs of it. And Family Initiative really does a lot for our community to help bridge the gap, to bring awareness, because there's not really a lot of awareness for autism in the community. People have questions, but then they feel too shy to ask, or they feel too shy to say something because you don't want to be rude. And so Family Initiative is really doing a great work in our community, and they have been for years and years and years. And Diversified Plumbing Services partners with them a lot. So we're really proud of that.
And how did the hurricane affect what you do? Obviously, it's changed your right focus a little bit.
Yes, so I will say a lot of the homes that were on Sanibel, that were on Fort Myers Beach, obviously their plumbing was shot, most of
Yep.
them, because it was all underwater. A lot of them had copper piping because it was, back in the day, and
Yeah.
or cast iron, and that salt water corroded it, so they had to have complete new repipes. Another thing that we do for any kind of piping situation, not really with the hurricane impact, because most of those people, like I said, have already gotten
Mhm.
repipes. But anytime there's like a break in the line, or maybe there's like root intrusion in the line that's causing a blockage, instead of replacing the entire pipe, we'll just replace that line. And one of the really cool things that we do before we replace, when we reline that pipe or that section of a pipe, is we actually will kill that root from growing anymore. So, you cut the root back. Well,
Yep.
unless you kind of freeze it in place, if you will, it's going to grow back, and it's going to do the same thing that it just did. And it's going to, block your sewer lines. So that's one of the things that I've seen change in the industry. And full disclosure, I am not a plumbing professional. I'm the face of Diversified Plumbing Services. I love our company and everything that we do, but I have never performed work on any of our clients' homes, and that's a very good thing. I did change a cartridge in my own bathroom, and I did change the little fill valve in the back of a toilet once, but I am not a plumber by any stretch of anyone's imagination. And my guys would tell you, they're like, no, she ain't. So every day I'm learning something from them. I'm learning about different sizes of water heaters, and I'm learning about true tankless water heaters. Did you know, Jim,
I didn't
that
know.
there is a water heater that will heat your water instantly and take no space whatsoever?
Really?
It's called a true tankless. And I kid you not, it's about yay big. It's a little box that sits most of the time in your garage, but it is literally like the tiniest little thing, and it heats your water instantaneously. It's called a true tankless. We're selling a lot of those. So that's something new. Another new thing that I've seen in the industry is a hybrid water heater that cools your garage. It's like a water heater and an air conditioner kind of all in one. They are very expensive, but somehow it takes the hot air and heats the water up with it, and then cools your garage off. I don't know the technical
All right.
terms. You'll have to call one of our guys for
Well,
that, but it's pretty cool.
we don't need to know. We just need to know what it does, right? That's
Yes.
what it does, right?
But if your garage is properly sealed, it kind of works kind of like a mini split for air conditioning your garage.
Interesting. Good
Hmm.
idea. See, good stuff going on. So,
Yeah.
since you're not plumbing all the time, you are promoting the company all the time.
Yes.
What are some things you enjoy doing outside of work?
Oh, goodness. I love eating at local restaurants. I love spending time with amazing people that I meet through work and then turn into friends. You're one of them. I am so grateful every time that I get to see you and just listen to your positivity that you spread with everybody that you meet. I love photography. I love being out on the boat. Anytime I can be on the water, that is a happy day for me. And I just love people and making our community better in any way that I possibly can. Like I said before, I grew up here. So, this is my hometown. I love it. I love the people here. And it's sad to see, places that I grew up not here anymore.
Right.
But I want to make it even better for the generations to come. So anything that I can do to help the community, I definitely try to.
We are definitely making it better. You're doing a great job and helping promote that. So, you
Thank
grew
you.
up here. Any favorite places? I mean, they've changed. Some aren't here, like you mentioned anymore, but favorite things to do
So
on Fort Myers Beach?
So this is going to be a oldie but goodie for some of the OG FMB people. Orpheus Cafe was one of my favorite places in the whole wide world. My daddy and I would eat breakfast there all the time. One of my favorite places to eat. And then Beach Barbecue. That's like a throwback. That was one of my first jobs. I was a waitress, and I was a cashier, and I was a server, and I clean the dishes.
You did it
That
all, just like you
I
do now.
know.
You do it all.
Yeah. And then what else from my childhood that I absolutely loved on Fort Myers Beach? Obviously every kid loves McDonald's, so that was always cool. And I love that I can look back at pictures and see. One thing that I was really excited about was when they built the 7-Eleven.
Yep.
I got so excited that they had the 7-Eleven back, and the murals that are all around the
Oh,
7-Eleven just touched my
beautiful.
heart because my daddy was a mural artist,
Really?
and he had the Big Stick Specialties tattoo shop that was on the foot of the beach, and he actually painted it. He did a huge mural on the outside, and he loved Jimmy Buffett so much. And he always used to say, "This is Margaritaville, Fort Myers Beach." This is, the late 90s, like
Yep.
1998, 1999. And he was saying that, and he played Jimmy Buffett's music. And so my daddy passed 9 years ago. But a lot of the places on the beach he painted, and he used to sit at Times Square and do caricatures for people for
Wow.
free just because he was that great of a guy. And so it's really cool every time I pass Margaritaville to remember my daddy kind of spoke this into existence
Yep.
in the 90s. He said there's going to be a Margaritaville on Fort Myers Beach, and literally the parking lot is where my dad's tattoo shop was. Like, that's
Wow.
just cool. Yeah.
I,
So,
I used to park there all the time. That was my favorite parking
yeah.
spot. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well,
But
oh
I
my
want,
gosh. And I just forgot Dusseldorf's.
oh, right.
Dusseldorf's burger. It was like what, $5, $6, and it was
Yep.
huge. And then those hand cut fries, and they had karaoke. Oh my goodness. I miss Dusseldorf's.
See, we're gonna create new memories and new
Yes.
things for sure.
Yes.
So, one thing, a new person coming to Fort Myers Beach,
Sure.
what's one thing they need to try right now? One thing they need to go see.
Ooh, so this past weekend, I had the pleasure of going on the Tiki Pub party barge. Me and a bunch of my friends celebrated a birthday, and so we did that. We went to Bonita Fish Company, the old Bonita Bills. We
Yep.
had breakfast there. Their cinnamon rolls, oh my goodness gracious, absolutely delicious. Of course, the Yucatan shrimp is amazing too. I know that there's a 5K race coming up very soon.
Yep.
Um, and then so you go to breakfast there, get a little brunch, right? You get your cinnamon roll, then you get your Yucatan shrimp, then you go out on the party barge, you spend the day on the water, maybe go do the sandbar. That was super fun. Cody is a hoot. He did the karaoke there. And then when you get off the boat, change your clothes because you might be a little wet from swimming, then go to Matanzas on the Bay and get a nice little happy hour, little dinner, and then watch the sunset. Isn't that the most perfect day?
That's the perfect day, right? And that's why we live here in paradise.
Yes.
Absolutely. So, and I'll go back to what you said previously about the murals. They've done that's one thing I appreciate. They've done a great job all around Fort Myers Beach as far as painting those
Yes.
murals up on the buildings. It's beautiful to drive by and see those. So, we need more. Just keep painting more.
We do.
We love it.
We do need more art.
So, last question.
Okay.
Getting back to plumbing. Is there anything
Yes.
else you want to share about DPS that we should know?
Well, they're the best plumber in the whole wide world, and we're blessed enough to have them in our own backyard. So that's awesome. And we give free quotes. So if you maybe have a question about maybe a property, maybe a commercial property, we do a lot of work on the beach for condos and resorts. So boost pumps and stacks, anytime that there's a problem with stacks, we can handle that. There honestly is no job that is too big that we can't figure it out. The owner is a master plumber. He's got like 30 some years of experience. Him and his dad dug all the wells in most of Lehigh. So he's very, very knowledgeable about situations. So if you have something and you're just not sure, you can always call me or call our office and we will give you a quote or walk you through it if you're confused, if you really don't know and you're like, I got this issue and I can't figure it out. So we love helping people and I don't know a whole lot about plumbing, but I know people who do.
And that's the important part. You
Yes.
know a guy. You know a
I
guy.
know a guy. I know a bunch of guys. I know a whole
There you
team of
go.
guys. And I will say we do have a female plumber too, and she is an absolute rock
Ah,
star. So I know some guys and some girls.
nice. I love it. I love it. So, how would our listeners go about contacting you if they wanted to learn more, had some plumbing issues they need taken care of?
Awesome. So they can call me on my cell. It's 239-691-2222. They can call or text. Email Ashleydawn at servicedps.com, or you can call our office 239-850-6674.
Very good. Any last words for our listeners today?
If you see me out, say howdy.
Say howdy. Well, we're always going to see you out somewhere. You're out everywhere.
And I know everybody's like, okay, you're from Florida, you're from Fort Myers Beach, you wear a cowboy hat. What in the world is the whole cowgirl theme? Well, two reasons. I grew up riding horses, and fun fact, Florida is cattle country. So do some research, maybe go on Google and research the original cows and cattle that were in Florida down Tamiami Trail. It'll be for some good reading, but this used to be cattle country. And so I wear a hat because I had skin cancer. And if I can encourage anyone, my daddy passed away from skin cancer. He basically grew up on the beach. I grew up on the beach, and I went through melanoma 2 years ago. And so one thing that I really want to encourage people, every chance that I get, the sun is beautiful and it's amazing, and we live in paradise and it is a blessing, but you do need to protect yourself. So you can go to Tuna Skin. This is not sponsored, but you can get yourself a nice SPF shirt, a hat, some sun protection to make sure you're protected. And one of the areas that people really don't think to protect is your scalp, right?
Yeah.
Put some sunscreen on your scalp. Make sure that you have a hat, because that is exposed skin. And the more that you burn it and you get sunburns, I know that people say, well, that's my base burn. I'm just going to get a base burn and then I'm going to tan. That's great, but you do need to protect your skin. It is like your largest organ, and it's very important. So if I can encourage you to do anything, one, protect yourself in the sun. It's great. It's wonderful. But, have a shirt, have a hat, have some sun protection, have some reef safe sunscreen. That's very important, because a lot of the sunscreen can harm our fish and our ecosystems, and it can harm the reef. So make sure you have reef safe sunscreen. And a lot of local businesses on Fort Myers Beach have awesome sunscreens that are natural that they sell. I know Island Girl has some. I think I saw some. I think Tuna Skin has them. I'm trying to think of what are the other shops on the beach that have them, Jim.
I mean, I think, Ace Hardware, I think, sells
Yes.
some of that stuff,
Yes.
right?
Gavin's.
Yep,
That's my
yep,
guy. He
yep.
sponsored me when I was in a bunch of pageants. I was Miss Junior America
Aw.
when I was 1998, and he sponsored me. I love Gavin. And Gavin's Ace Hardware is just amazing. They do so much for the community. But that is one thing. I really want everyone to take care of their skin and get their skin checked at least once a year. If you have any kind of insurance, it's covered. So protect yourself. That's my little PSA for the day.
You can't, no shade, just sunshine, right? You got to protect yourself with the SPF. So very good. Well, Ashleydawn, it's been a pleasure getting to know you. Thank you for being such a good neighbor, and we're definitely going to see you out in the community here soon.
Yes, and say howdy when you do.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning into the Fort Myers Beach Good Neighbor Podcast. No shade, just sunshine, drama-free, positive vibes only. If you loved what you heard, share it with a friend and keep the good vibes going. Until next time, remember to Cabo until you wabo and keep being a good neighbor. Also, to nominate your favorite neighbors, local legends, heroes, or local businesses to be on the show, go to FMBGoodNeighbor.com. That's FMBGoodNeighbor.com, or call 239-427-4100. We want to send out some island love to State Insurance USA, Snug Harbor, Nervous Nellies, and the Alex King Group. They're the good neighbors and businesses that allow us to share the soul of our community with every listener. Here's to celebrating all that makes Fort Myers Beach the slice of paradise we all love.